Welcome, guys, to another episode of Jenny's Q&A. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by Kaitlyn Phillips, an alum of the program whose journey is nothing short of inspiring. Kaitlyn is a brilliant, driven young woman who embodies the strength and resilience that Evoluer House helps cultivate. Yes, Evoluer House, the organization that empowers women, young women of color. In this conversation, we'll explore, her personal evolution, what brought her to the program, how it shaped her path, and what she's doing now to carry that mission forward. Whether you are a young woman seeking your voice or someone who believes in the power of mentorship, this episode is for you. See ya! All right, so here we are. Um, First, I would like you to introduce yourself.
Oh, hi. My name is Kaitlyn Phillips. I am a daycare teacher. I used to go to and be a part of the Evoluer House program. Um, I'm 21 and I love Love Island, so this will be interesting.
We can talk a little bit about that. So you're a teacher of what? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm a daycare teacher.
And what caught your eye about that? What encouraged you to do
I
that?
always loved kids. From being young or whatever, and I've always wanted to be around them. Human people, our background is how we grow up is really important and significant in our lives and how we what we become. And I think it literally starts from when you're a child. So that's always been something important to me, and making sure that it is a healthy and strong and encouraging environment for these kids is what really, takes to my heart, and that's what I want for them. So that's kind of how I started working there. It started off as just a job, kind of, but then as I got into it more, but then these past 2 years, I believe, I've just fallen in love with their first steps and helping them out with that.
That is really beautiful. And now that you mentioned, how childhood shapes us, as human beings, how would you describe your childhood?
My childhood was pretty good. I live with my sister and both my parents in a small little town in Pennsylvania. Um, I grew up, I went to school, I went to Brown State High School. I had a pretty good education. I eventually moved to Georgia and furthered my childhood education here. But I think it was all in all pretty good. I had a sturdy family, a foundation on God. So I think it was a pretty good background.
I didn't know you went to Georgia. That is so good. How was Georgia?
It's good. It's nice. I miss Pennsylvania. I do, but it is good. It's beautiful out here and I like it here.
Good, good, good. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you have some comparisons between Georgia and Pennsylvania, but we can get into that
Yeah.
later. What challenges do you think there is, when you are a daycare teacher?
Well, definitely patience and understanding. These are kids. I work with 1 year olds, so they're like toddlers, babies, like they're their first steps. And it's everything that happens is very crucial for them because it's their first time experiencing it, first time learning it. Like they're taking their first steps in life in the world. Um, so it's definitely having patience. It's having understanding, and understanding that you are basically their voice because, okay, kids, they're irrational, so they don't know how to handle everything. So it's just being patient and working with them, but they do understand, and they can comprehend what you're saying. They can do what you ask of them to do. It just is about having a routine. It's about staying calm and patient with them. So. I think that's the hardest part because after a while it can get like,
Yeah. You don't know what to do anymore. I mean, I have two little brothers, and I always have to find ways to, keep them entertained and taken
right.
care of. What have you learned, with being a daycare teacher?
What I've learned that not everybody is able to do this job. Um, I've learned that it takes a very caring and compassionate heart. And I've learned that, yeah, it's just really important how what you bring to them, what you bring to the kids, because they're going to give it right back. They're learning from you, they're taking from you. So whatever you're giving them is what they'll give right back. So,
Sure.
mm-hmm.
Amazing. Now, can you take us back to the moment you first got involved with the Evoluer House?
The moment I first got with the Evoluer House, that was back in I believe 2017 in the summer. I had no idea what was going on. My mom was just like, "Hey, I signed you up for this program, and you're going to do it this summer." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Um, but as soon as I got there, I was obviously very nervous. I didn't know anybody or whatever, but I was excited, and it turned out to be like a really amazing summer. All the things that I learned that summer, I still take and use to this day. I learned some things about myself and just different ways to go about life. It was I believe I was in the personal development program. And it just really helped me in my view on how to go about life. And it truly is helping me now, like going into adulthood, like as a child and as a kid, like it's different. But now I'm like, okay, I'm going back and thinking like, oh yeah, this is how I learned how to be a diva on a dime and like stuff like that. So yeah, it was amazing. I really appreciate my time there, and it was only one summer, but it was really great.
Absolutely. I went a year after you, and it was literally the same, not experience, but the same vibes of, okay, sisterhood. I'm learning about myself. So,
Yes.
what was your mindset or situation at that time in your life? Like, how old were you?
Uh,
What? Sorry.
ooh, no, you're good. I believe I was 13 or 14. I knew it was the summer after I got out of, I think, seventh grade, so I had to be like 13. So yeah, still young mind. Just trying to learn, my voice and who I am and stuff. Still trying to learn that now. But yeah, I knew what I wanted, and I think with that it just helped me bring out my voice a lot more and helped me to be a little more like confident in what I can do as a black girl. Like I can do anything. I am strong, I'm smart, like I can do anything I put my mind to as long as I work for it. So it was good.
Beautiful. So
Mm-hmm.
powerful. Uh, what, well, you just mentioned a little bit of it, but what were your first impressions of the program and how did it make you feel?
My first impressions, um, trying to think, it was a while back. It was I, it was just a little nerve wracking for me, just because it was a new environment. Um, but as it as it continued on, it just became informative, and I was like, oh, this is a space to grow, and become something. And I just remember coming home like every day. Like I always had notes. I always had something my dad would drive me. So I would always have something that I was excited about to talk to my dad about. Like, oh my gosh, we were doing this. We're talking about how to, how to go to a job interview and how to, a lot of different things. So I felt like it was very informative, and it just allowed me to be excited about, growing up or being a black woman into a black woman.
For sure, for sure, for sure. And I know, I'm sure like so many young women of color like need that because that's an age that you're kind of like figuring out like who you are and what you want. So yeah, that I can relate to that so much. Was there a specific workshop or speaker that left a mark on you?
Mhm. Let's see. I think, if I'm being completely honest, I want to say the beauty. There was a beauty workshop. It was, the diva on the dime, how to how to dress nice and present yourself, but still be on a budget, and then also, different makeup brands that are black owned that you can use and stuff that, like, I was like really excited about that day because I've always been into cosmetics and all of that. Um, and it was just really helpful to me. Um, I also do want to say the STEM program. We had a STEM workshop, and that intrigued me a lot. I didn't end up going into STEM, but back in the day, back during that time, I was interested in STEM, and it, opened my eyes and helped me, believe that I can do that and stuff. Especially like being a black girl going to a predominantly white school, like it showed me, okay, I can be in this field as a black girl.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Um, okay, did you gain a sense of sisterhood or mentorship that stuck with you after graduating the program?
I definitely gained, I'll say during the program, definitely I had a big sense of sisterhood. I loved all of the girls, talking to the girls, and, going through this together was a lot of fun, even mentorship from Miss Cheryl, Miss Nancy, like everybody. I haven't been in contact with anyone that recently, but it's all very much still love, and I'm seeing all of the girls doing their thing and progressing and being growing into these beautiful women right now. So it was a really good time then.
Yes, 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 yes. What challenges did you face after the program, and how did what you learned help you
Mm-hmm.
navigate them?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What challenges? I'm not sure. I think, well, I can say one of my biggest challenges, like I said, going into the program, like I wasn't too sure, but it kind of helped me with my confidence and figuring out who I am and what I want to stand for. And I think my biggest challenge after that program was the move. I moved to Georgia, I think maybe 3 years later. And I'm moving to a whole nother state. I didn't know anybody. Starting at this school, and this new school was huge. It was way bigger than my old school, so it's a whole lot of new people. And I was like, okay, how do I, make friends? How do I be myself? But from what was instilled in me from the Evoluer House, and even just winning the award, I'm like, okay, I'm a power girl. Like I can do this. There's nobody can tell me anything. And I think that to this day, like I have strong confidence. I have strong leadership. Um, that I'm true to myself, and I don't have to worry about people and making friends and all of that. So I think that was the hardest part, is moving. And I was like, am I going to make friends? And I was like, you know what? Be yourself. Be the girl, the power girl that you are. And I did that.
And look at you now.
Exactly. Excuse me.
I'm so curious, like how do you think Evoluer House like influenced your path now as a daycare teacher?
I definitely feel like it has opened my eyes. I think in the Evoluer House, one of the biggest things it was bringing young girls, women of color from different backgrounds together to become one, to have a sisterhood, and to strengthen each other and build each other up. So I think with that knowledge, I mean, with that, it helped with my knowledge about like, okay, people come from different backgrounds, and we need to start here now and build them up. So I think that's what kind of geared my passion through being a daycare teacher right now.
That makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
What does leadership mean to you now, and how do you embody it in your everyday life?
Leadership to me now is, it is leading and being an example, but it's also being open and being understanding, and guiding and showing the way. I'm very religious, so it's being the ambassador for Christ. It's showing showing that I am a child of God, and showing how to move as a child of God. And yeah.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. What advice do you have for someone who's unsure of their voice or power?
um, is unsure of their voice and their power. I think it's to think of, really honestly, you have to take that time to get to know yourself. One thing that I've done within the past year, and I'm a big advocate for journaling, like writing down your thoughts, understanding like what you like, what you dislike, what are your boundaries, who are you as a person. You have to understand yourself before you're able to, go out and speak out and be proud of who you are. You can't be proud of who you are if you don't know who you are. So truly get to know yourself, take the time off, take off of social media. Social media has us all in a strong hand, like a strong handle. Like, but honestly, you have to take a break from all of that and see your own voice. You have to stop the comparison. You have to stop um, just listening to all the outside noises, and really truly get to know what is important to you, what your morals are, what you value in life. And that's how you can then be confident and strong in your voice and what you believe is right.
Avoid the noise for sure. Um, if you could go back and talk to your younger self, what would you say?
Girl, keep being yourself. Keep being yourself. One thing that I said, like I am pretty confident now, but I will say my younger self, I think I was the most confident then. You couldn't tell me anything. Like I was just so, you know, I knew what I wanted. I knew who I was. And I think as growing older and coming into new experiences and things of that nature, sometimes that could like dim that light, and you can take it in and change your how you think. But I think when I go and I talk to my younger self, I would definitely say, girl, keep being you, period. Like, stay happy, stay proud, whatever anybody says, forget it.
Don't
You
listen.
unapologetically.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, you told me that one of your hobbies is watching Love Island. What did you think about the finale?
The finale, I was so okay. I was happy that, honestly, I was happy it was a woman of color. um I love Amaya Papaya. She is such a sweetheart. I think she is so genuine, and she definitely wears her heart on her sleeve. And she definitely was the light of the whole villa within the season, which I didn't think was going to from her. But it is amazing who she is. As far as winning, I'm not too sure if I still wanted Shelly and Ace to win, even though they were kicked off, so that wasn't going to happen. But I wanted them to win. I think that with um, Amaya and Brian, it's not a genuine like connection. I think that Brian likes her, but I think that it definitely was to get to the end is why I don't think that her love was in the villa. I think she's gonna find her love because she is a true beautiful spirit, but I don't know if I think Brian was the one for her. So that's really why I don't think they should have won.
So hard to tell, but I love that they won.
Right? Yeah, definitely. Like I over some other people, I am very go ahead.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Uh, well, thank you so much for doing this. I don't know if you want to add something else or.
Oh no, yeah, no problem.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time. I
hmm
appreciate
I love it, and I will always love to do another one whenever you are.
it. Another one.
All right.
Right. Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a great conversation with Kaitlyn. Hopefully, we'll get her back. But yeah, please subscribe, like this video, follow us on social media, and I'll see you guys next time.